lovely Gemini. Here is what you have for the week of December 8th, or when you hear it and it resonates. And of course, it will not be for every Gemini, but could also be Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or a lot of Gemini in your chart. Okay, this is what we've got. First of all, I see you with a megaphone. You're standing there and you're calling out, but there's nobody there. Okay, we don't know what you're saying yet because you haven't actually used it. It's just there, you're ready. Now you have a list. It's not a ledger exactly, but I'm going to call it a ledger because it has to do, I feel, with, it's not daydreams, it's not exactly business, but it's things that you need to take care of or want to take care of, things on your list that you want to get, I feel like, want to get this taken care of. Get things going, get things moving. And so there has to be some kind of structure. Now, listen, the thing is, Gemini, what Spirit is really saying is this. You have got a lot of intuition that you use quite organically. You don't even necessarily think of yourself as intuitive because, I want you to see my lamp, because it happens so naturally for you, you don't even think of it. You just know. I had a friend who used to be extremely accurate psychically. She never had a kinesthetic feeling or an image or anything. She just knew. And she was right, okay? Now, of course, trial and error, all that stuff, the things that we need to learn in order to understand what it is we're getting and how we're getting it. But the relevance to this is that often happens to you where you just know. You don't even think about it. You just do, which often works out for you. But what Spirit is saying is now is the time to use your intuition with intention because you have it. You sometimes downplay it, Gemini. You will often downplay your talents and your abilities, very often. If you were to see them in somebody else, you would be so impressed. But because they're yours, you're being asked, take your intuition, your ability to be intuitive, your gift, it's not a gift because we all have it, but your ability to channel and experience this sense of knowing, understand it as a part of your intuition. Value it, give it credit, because as you give it credit, you're going to develop more of it. More of it will show up and you'll start feeling it. What they're saying is you can use your intuition deliberately. Ask questions. Ask yourself without knowing what part of you you're asking. Say, okay, higher self, wise self, intuitive self. What do I do with this? Do I do this, this, or this? And see which one gets bigger in your mind or that you're drawn to. That's important. You're also being asked a quantum leap of faith. Take a leap of faith about this. And I'll deal with the last card in a minute, but the other thing that came in almost simultaneously with all those other thoughts was this. You don't always create structure for yourself. You can be pulled in many different directions, either because people ask you to do things and it interests you, so you take off without realizing what it's taking away from you in terms of other things you would like to do. You don't always look at your structure, your life in how it's structured to serve your best interests or not. But you're extremely able to create structures for other people. You're very good at it. So what Spirit is saying is this. If this situation that you have going on that you want to get taken care of needs attention, if this is going on, what would you do if this were somebody else? If this were your good friend wanting to do this or accomplish this, how would you help them create a structure that would allow them to get the results that they want? And how would you be more likely and more inclined to use your intuition for them, deliberately, intentionally, if you thought it was for somebody else? Okay? Now you're being asked as you're writing down this list, they were very specific about this, as you're writing down this list for yourself, as though it were another person, but for you, what are the factors that are restricting movement in it? What are the emotional factors that are in the way? What are the physical, the psychological, the cultural, the structural that's already there is in the way. So for example, maybe you own a condo and you want to start renting it out as a vacation rental. What do you need to do? What's getting in the way? Is it because, oh, you don't really want somebody sleeping in your nice bed? Oh, okay. Or is it because you're afraid of, the damage that they'll do? Okay, those are practical things. Are you being stopped because the condo board doesn't want you to do it? What are the things that you would need to do, therefore, in order to be able to get the condo board on your side? What kind of contract or agreement could you make with them to make an adjustment and change the vote? That's just an example, but the point is there are practical and there are emotional things. Gemini, sometimes you skip the emotional part, but you're being asked to be really clear about it and really check in with what you're feeling as you're writing things down. Is it the truth? Is it real? As you say it, does it resonate in you as a yes, or is it a just la 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 la, yeah, I wish I had, blonde hair. Do I? No, not really, no. Although it grows in gray pretty well, but no. An example, a simple, silly example. Now, the other thing here, the megaphone. Why is the megaphone important? Okay. You can't set a boundary unless you feel something that tells you a boundary needs to be set. And what you're being told is, oh, I see. Okay. What I see is that you're standing and the reason there's nobody around you is because you are setting boundaries. You're setting boundaries, and the megaphone is reaching out to the borders of what is your property line. And it's literally like, this is what you're saying. But the cool thing is, even though it's a megaphone, it's a whisper. It doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be intentional. Gemini, so much of this reading is about your intention and being able to really take the time in this process, in this next little while, to understand that this isn't just about you getting something achieved. This is about you learning how to really amp up the pleasure in your life, and to understand that you can make any job pleasurable. You don't have to always make it hurt, okay? It doesn't always have to be painful. You can look for how you can do it with pleasure, and that part of what that's about is you setting boundaries, okay? In every single way, but in you, really, the first place. You must. No. They're encouraging you to say, okay, what's going on inside of me now? Where do I contain this? Where do I expand this? It's where's the containment around this emotion, and what does this tell me about this emotion? It's not just going to fly off in this direction and that direction. For you, Gemini, some kind of containment around your thought and your feelings are super valuable, because it slows them down long enough for you to be able to feel the feeling, and it slows the thought down long enough for you to be able to build on it. Again, if you were doing it for somebody else, you'd do it like that. Gemini, I'm leaving this with you because I feel like this is telling you you can do a whole lot of what you want to do and get done a whole lot of what you want to get done by exploring with a little bit more structure the feelings and the feelings, the emotions, and also the tangibles around whatever it is you're wanting to do or move toward that you have been feeling or have experienced restriction on. Okay? Love you, Gemini. Take care.